Dr. Dave, you've done a lot of writing, including some bestsellers in your book list. You talk a lot about brain development. Why is that so important, and how does that connect to changing lives character education?
Dick, that's a really good question. One of the reasons that I really include brain science in the things that I write and talk about is that I think it gives us a whole new window to better understand children's development. Without turning this into a science discussion, there are a couple of principles of brain development which I think are really important for people to understand. One is how important experience is. A baby is born with a brain that's got about 100 billion neurons, brain cells, with about 10,000 branches. That means the possible number of connecting points is about 1 quadrillion connections. But when that baby is born, only about 17% of those connections are made. So what that means is that the vast majority, the other 83%, will be wired together in the days, the weeks, the months, the years, and the decades that follow. So that wiring is driven by two forces. One is the hard wiring, genetics, of course. But in addition to the hard wiring, we have the soft wiring, the experiences that we have. And so experience is a key factor in how the brain gets wired. The neurons that fire together wire together. And that's a really important principle. So experience is key, but not all experiences are equal. Some experiences have a greater impact than others. And the ones that have the greatest impact are those that happen during a brain's growth spurts. See, our brains don't develop in a very linear fashion. They develop in spurts. So while some circuits are in high growth mode, others are a little bit less active. It is during those growth spurts that experience has a particularly profound effect on how the brain gets wired. And that's not just true in terms of vision and language, the obvious brain things. It's true in other areas as well, like the development of attitudes, values, character traits. So experiences that we have during a brain's growth spurts have a greater impact on the wiring of that brain than any other time during our life. And that's why parenting, education becomes so important, because it's parents and educators and teachers and coaches and youth leaders, and those are the people that are really shaping those experiences. We need to pay attention to character traits and values, and wiring is taking place during those growth spurts. So children don't just learn patience on their own. They don't learn the ability to delay gratification. They don't learn other character traits like respect. What we have to do is give them the experiences where they practice those traits, and then they literally get wired into the brain. That's why changing lives and character education is every bit, if not more important, than the ability to calculate, to learn my spelling words. All of those things are important, but character traits are key.